Good afternoon, guys, or evening, or morning, depending on when you're gonna see this and when I get it edited. Just so you know, there's probably gonna be tears in this. Like I'm okay right now, but I probably won't be by the end of this. So I'm gonna try to edit some of that out so you don't see what big of a hot mess I am, basically. This video is probably going to be one of the most important videos I make, one of the hardest videos I make. I've been thinking about making this video for weeks, for months. This video is just like truly who I am and what I'm going through right now on a daily basis, and why my channel, I'm wanting to kind of switch the focus of my channel from sharing my dreams and more focused on the rapture and things like that to what's going on in my life and how I'm dealing with my faith and dealing with my life and my problems. So we made a video, like I think it was Sunday, it posted on Monday. If you have not seen that video and this is the first time you're seeing me for like 6 months, please, I will link that below. Please pause this right now, go watch that video first, just so you get an idea of where I'm coming from. And then this video is gonna go a little bit deeper into where I'm coming from. I didn't address what I'm about to tell you in that video, and I'm going to do that in this video because it's a lot deeper than what we spoke of on Sunday. I was just like hitting and skimming the surface in that video. This is kind of gonna be really what's going on in my life, and I want to share that with you guys. This is like really hard for me to make this video. Sitting here just talking about it's fine, but the idea of me like actually broadcasting this to people is a little bit terrifying, because I internalize my pains a lot in my life, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. I think it's natural, but my family doesn't even really know what I go through on a daily basis. My husband's aware of it to some extent, but you know, I do internalize some of my pains, just because you don't want to like ruin the mood and ruin people's spirits, and it's already happening. So I made a promise to myself before I came back. One of my promises was I need to be vulnerable and like real with you guys about who I am, like on a daily basis. Like I need to not be ashamed of who I am. I need to tell you who I am. I need to be real. I don't feel like I was real. I don't feel like I truly told you guys what was going on in our lives. And I feel like that is what people need to hear. That's testimonies, that's life, that people need to know these things. And I internalized that. And like I said in the last video, if you watched it, I was wishing my pain away, hoping that Jesus would just return instead of dealing with my pain. And I know a lot of you are like that. I know, because I'm not alone. I'm not alone in that. I know I'm not. I might be alone in the pains I'm dealing with because I haven't met somebody who's I haven't met someone who's gone through what I have gone through. Not that they're not out there, but, and I'll get into that a little bit more, but I know there's people out there that are internalizing their pains and their hurts and their sorrows, and instead of giving it to God. So in my last video, that's why I want to not talk about rapture so much, you guys, because it was like I was just, you know, wishing the rapture would happen so I wouldn't have to deal with my life and the struggles I was going through. It's like if I just focused on the rapture, everything would be okay. And I know there's so many of you out there that are feeling that too. And that's why we need to learn how to deal with life, because like I said, testimonies save people. You know, what we're going through, it encourages one another. At least that's the hope. So you don't feel completely alone in your pains and your struggles. You know I'm not alone. It's just sometimes I feel like I'm alone, but I know I'm not. And so, I mean, that's why these kinds of videos are important. That's why supporting one another through life is important, and not just like focusing on wishing that it would all just disappear and that the rapture would happen. We need to encourage one another in life, to press on in life and not just sit outside and hope that it all goes away and just stare at the sky. And that's where I'm at. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You know, your walk is your walk, my walk is my walk, okay? I just want everybody to be clear about that. I'm not saying you have to be me. I'm not saying that, you know, because I was that person, okay? So it's just part of my walk. This is just what's happening in my life. My focus changes. I'm learning things. And I'm not saying that, you know, certain channels on YouTube, for instance, are doing something wrong by watching the rapture and putting videos out like that. I just want to make that clear, because I give praise to all of you guys that can do that. It's just not for me right now. It's just not for me right now. And I know God uses us all in different ways. God's using them. God used me already when I was focusing more on that. There's nothing wrong with that. God's going to use me now too. So God's going to use you. If you have a channel or not, God's still going to use you in your workplace, in your family, in your home, on the street. He's still going to use you. Okay? So I don't want anyone to think that I'm like judging anyone and what their focus is and what they're doing on YouTube or off of YouTube, whatever. God's using all of us. Okay? I'm just letting you know where I'm at personally with my channel and what I need right now. You know, I need Jesus now. I need him now. I can't wait for the rapture. I need him now. So just to give you guys like a quick background of what I'm talking to you guys about right here and like what I'm referring to. If you followed me from the beginning, which a very few amount of you guys have, you probably saw my testimony and when God spoke to me and how I was sick. You probably already know kind of my background, that I've had multiple back surgeries, and I had a back surgery that went wrong, and there was hardware put in my spine that pushed on my vein. Sorry guys, like I'm just having a hard time getting this across because this is like really emotional for me. This is why I don't understand why people argue about which fall feast you're gonna celebrate, or you know, how much makeup you're wearing, or if you're wearing a headscarf or not. You know, people are hurting. I'm hurting. I know people are hurting out there that need Jesus, and sitting there arguing about things like that. Like, where's your heart, guys? Where's your heart for people, for pain? We're called to love one another. That's why, because you can sit there and like look at someone and, you know, have all kinds of judgment. Oh, they're not wearing a headscarf, or oh, they're wearing a headscarf. You can sit there and judge someone by their appearance, and you have no idea what's going on in here. You have no idea like what struggles and pain people are going through. Like, that's why Jesus looks at the heart, you guys. That's why he looks at our heart. He knows our pains. I'm a hot mess, you guys. I'm really sorry. But see, this is what I want my channel to be. Like, I want you to cry with me. I want you to laugh with me. I want you to like feel what I feel and understand where I'm coming from and relate to me, and I just want it to be real. Like, this is what I want. I don't want any more. I just want to be me. I've figured it out. I want to be me, and I'm okay with being me. And my focus is my focus, and my calling is my calling, and yours is yours, and I'm not going to judge that. Please don't judge mine. The hardware in my back pushed on the major vein that feeds my left leg, caused a blood clot, a 2-inch clot. Could have killed me if it traveled. It didn't. They caught it in time. I had a vascular surgeon that took the clot out. He inserted a filter into my vena cava, which is the main vein that feeds all my blood back up into my lungs to get oxygenated. That filter ended up moving, and it wasn't supposed to, and went into my kidney vein, and it wasn't supposed to, but thank God it stopped there, because if it had gone to my lungs, it could have killed me. This is where your perspective, like, I was in a horrible situation, but it could have been worse. This is where your perspective comes in. How are you looking at things? Like, yes, I went through something traumatic, but it could have been worse. I could have been dead, or that could have gone into my lungs, and I'd have breathing issues on top of everything else. It's all about your perspective. Matthew 21:22, and whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. And that scripture is saying, like, you have to have the faith. Like, meaning you have to have a positive outlook on your prayer and on your request. You have to be a glass half full person. You can't be pessimistic. That's what that's saying. And like, that's what I've learned. Like, I was always so pessimistic and glass half empty about this life and about this world and how evil everything is. And I focused on that, and I was a glass half empty kind of person. And now I'm like, okay, I understand what that scripture is saying. Like, if I don't believe it, I won't receive it. That means I don't have a choice. I have to trust. I have to believe. Like, I don't have a choice. We choose. Do you believe or do you not believe? Do you have faith or do you not have faith? Are you glass half full or are you glass half empty person? We choose every day. Every single day we choose if we have that faith or not. And if we ask for something, we will receive it if we have that outlook in life. And I've learned that. Am I perfect at that? Absolutely not. I'm learning that, like, I don't have a choice. Like, I do have a choice. I can be that person or I cannot be that person, but I don't have a choice in the fact that if I want my life to be blessed and enriched, I have to choose that path. I have to. I don't have an option. So, getting back to what happened to me, that filter ended up moving into my kidney vein. It wasn't supposed to. I had another surgery to take that out. Fast forward, it's been like, this was like 2015, September of 2015. Fast forward a couple of years now, I'm still having complications, okay? And this is my life. And this is something I'm learning how to deal with, okay? I still have pain where the stents are. I have stents in my abdomen. It basically feels like I'm being stabbed or pinched on my tummy, and I'm trying to describe it the best way I can. And I feel it most when I'm like sitting in like this position, like in a 90-degree angle. I just felt it just now, but it's just like when I'm sitting, usually I feel it. I'll feel it like if I'm laying on my left side, so I can only lay on my right side. And basically it'll start to like feel like the circulation's being cut off into my leg. And that sounds horrible. And it is horrible. I mean, it's not good. You just learn how to deal with life differently. I just learned to do things a little bit differently. I just learned to like lean back the chair and sit towards my right side more. I just do things differently now. Luke 13:11. And behold, there was a woman who had a disabling spirit for 18 years. She was bent over and could not fully straighten herself. When Jesus saw her, he called her over and said to her, "Woman, you are freed from your disability." And he laid his hands on her, and immediately she was made straight, and she glorified God. What does that teach us, guys? I mean, it's teaching me that, I could have this forever. I could have this 18 years. I could have this 12 years. But I have to continue to have faith that I'm going to be healed. The scripture's teaching me how to have faith. And I have to have a faith that's just going to last for years. Not for a day. It might take that long. I can't sit there and wait for the rapture to happen. I have to learn how to have faith now. So, to not get this is really hard for me to share because it's really, really personal, but, I'm 31 years old, so, the idea of having children terrifies me. Something that's supposed to be a joyous moment in someone's life terrifies me. It scares the crap out of me. Right where I have pain and complications is right where a child sits. So it's like, is the baby gonna kill me? Can't even lay on my left side, so it's like, okay. Add a little child in there and I feel like, okay, is the circulation gonna be cut off to my leg? Am I gonna get blood clots? I don't know, guys. I'm just going through a lot. These are the thoughts that go on in my head every day. So, I'm sure it kind of makes sense to you why I would wish for the rapture to happen, so I wouldn't have to deal with any of this. It makes perfect sense. But I can't do that anymore. I have a deadline. I'm 31 years old, if we're gonna have kids, I've gotta do it. And I have to learn how to have faith that I'm going to survive it. I've been to many specialists, they don't really know what's wrong. I'm basically a freak case. They don't know. Man doesn't know. Doctors don't know. Only God does. So, I'm just trying to have that faith that I will be healed. Or, if I'm not, He'll get me through it. And this is just my thorn in my side. This is just the thorn that's in my side. Paul had a thorn in his side, and this is my thorn that I have to bear. And, I'll get through it. Like I said, I don't have a choice, guys. I can't change the cards that have been dealt. I just can't. So, this is what I've been going through, and I know most of you are going to be like, whoa. Because even just talking about this, I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. But it's my life, and I know people are going through it. I know people are struggling with health issues, and if anybody understands disability, it's me, guys. I'm telling you now, I understand your pain. I've been there, I am there. I understand your hurt and your pain because I'm there with you. I get it. I guess this is just kind of what I wanted to tell you guys. I don't have a glorious ending to this storyline. This is just my life, and I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm trying to understand how to have children when I'm you know, when I don't have the best body to deliver a child, and I'm trying to deal with the fact that if I did die, that's okay. Like, we're all gonna die, right? I didn't realize how much I was gonna tear up in this video. But like, I literally don't talk about this. I internalize this, so it's like almost a therapy session, just like talking about it, because these are my thoughts. Like, I literally think this every single day. This is like just my battle. This is my battle I'm fighting. And I'm just trying to win that battle. I'm trying to get through it. And you know, I just wanted you guys to understand the deep meaning behind why I don't want to talk about the rapture anymore, like to that level. It's like freeing to me to just be able to come to grips with my reality. Like, this is my reality, this is my life, and I have to deal with that. Like, it's so freeing to just come to grips with that and like be able to say that to you and let it out of my body. I just feel a weight lifted off of me being able to address this. And I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's in store in my future. I don't know. I wish I did. I wish I could tell you everything's gonna be okay. I don't know. So this is me being like totally raw and honest with you guys. And that's what I want. I don't want to hide my emotions anymore. I don't want to hide who I am, because this is who I am. Every day this is something I'm going through, and why am I not talking about this? Like, why am I just like wishing it all away? Why am I not dealing with it? Why am I not learning how to have faith through this? Why am I not praying about my battles? Why am I not fighting? Why am I not sharing my struggles with people, because they're struggling too? Why are we not dealing with these things, you guys? Like, that's what I want on my channel now. I want to be real, and I want to deal with life, and I want to do it together. Like, we're all in this together, right? So I'm not looking for sympathy, and I know some of you are going to give that, and I love you guys for that. You guys are amazing. You really are. Like the comments on the last video, you guys are amazing. I'm not looking for sympathy. I appreciate those comments though. It means the world to me. I just wanted to genuinely explain where my heart was at and why I'm doing this, and why fitness and food mean so much to me, because like I said, I don't have a choice. Like, it has to mean something to me. Like, my life depends on it. These things are important to me now because I have something working against me. So my passion is in fitness, and my passion is with food, and some days are bad days and some days are good days. I can't do a lot of things that a lot of people can do, and that's okay. And that's why I want to share my journey, because it is okay. It is okay that you aren't perfect. It is okay that you fail at certain things, but what is your journey? Like, what are you working towards, right? And that's why these things are passionate for me, because I have to make it a passion. I have to work on myself, not just spiritually, but you know, physically, and deal with my food issues and things like that. I have to work on myself. I can't just sit around and wish it all away. I have to deal with these things. So these are testimonies, and I want to share those things with you guys, because I'm not the only one that's battling all of this. I know that. I know I'm not. So I hope you guys understand my heart and like where I'm coming from more, and why I want to discuss these things more, and why it's important to me. That's it, guys. So we'll see how this goes. Again, I do apologize for like, you know what? I don't apologize. No. I own those tears. I don't apologize for those tears.